Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Megadad's Sketch Play. In this series, I take a video game from my gaming history that inspired me both as a player and as a creator, and we explore what it is that makes it so special. All while I create a brand new work of art inspired by the featured title. I've been playing video games all my life and drawing since I was able to hold a pencil, so I figured what better way to merge these two passions of mine than with this show. As with all episodes of Megadad's Sketch Play, you can get it first and receive your own copy of the artwork that I'm creating by becoming a member of Megadad's Plus. It only takes $1. Simply go to patreon.com/megadads to join up, get the most out of Sketch Play, and get your hands on a whole bunch of exclusive rewards just for becoming a member for $1. With that out of the way, this week on Sketch Play, we're playing the Xbox 360 asymmetrical classic Left 4 Dead. This zombie co-op shooter was released back in November of 2008, and I think I went back outside to interact with the world again maybe sometime like in August of the next year. The amount of time that I put into Left 4 Dead back in the day is absolutely offensive by comparison with how much time I get to play these days as a dad. This game, simply put, owned my ass. My wife and I would schedule play sessions via text with my brother John and his wife, like while we were at work during the day. We'd vote on which campaigns to run through and strategize how to play based on which achievements we needed. This was appointment gaming at its finest. The story of Left 4 Dead takes us to Pennsylvania, where we follow 4 well-armed survivors of an unseen viral outbreak, which has wiped out most of the population and turned the rest into something else. As the player, you select one of these 4 and cooperatively try to find rescue and escape from the nightmare which is now your reality. The stories, personalities, and excellently voiced banter between these 4 survivors gives clear distinction between each of them, and will likely have you quickly selecting a favorite character that you will select with each playthrough, and you will replay time and time again. Lewis was a business account manager. He's timid, still dressed in his necktie and dress shoes, and he's my main character. Zoe, who you see me drawing now, a tough-as-nails university student, is my wife's character of choice. Bill, a grizzled war veteran with a beard to be admired, was played by John. And Francis, a biker outlaw who's tattooed from head to toe and hates everything, was always played by John's wife, Christina.
I hate helicopters. I hate walking. I hate Riverside. I hate parades. I hate latest issues. I hate Canada. I hate steam. Pipes.
The gameplay of Left 4 Dead is where this experience really shines. While the 4 survivors all play the same, with no classes or special skills locked to one or the other, the variety of weapon classes and tasks to be completed allow you, the player, to optimize the way that you do the game, and force you to work as a unit in order to survive. This game is unplayable if you're walking into it thinking you're going to just run and gun to the finish line. Cooperation is key, and communication and teamwork are the only ways to survive. The brilliant way that Valve achieved this is by designing enemies whose key threat is to not just attack the players, but to separate them and to pick you apart. Your greatest weakness is division and isolation, so stay close to your team and get ready to kick some zombie ass. Many of the general infected look human enough from a distance, but once they're triggered, they attack in droves, much like the zombies from the feature film 28 Days Later. These zombies are not the shambling undead like what you get from Resident Evil. They are juiced up speed freaks that will charge and claw at your flesh until you put them down. But the infected are the mildest challenge that you and your fellow survivors will face in Left 4 Dead. The biggest threat comes in the form of the special infected, twisted and mutated monstrosities that have unique abilities that define them. There's the Smoker. He's got a whip-like tongue, and he lassos survivors and pulls them away from the group. The Hunter pounces like a wild animal from great heights and distances, pinning the unsuspecting prey to the ground and shredding their flesh with its razor claws. Then there's the Boomer, a fat, disgusting ghoul filled with bile that attracts the undead if it vomits on you, or if its blood gets on you after it's killed. The Horde will smell it on you and attack with a fury. The Witch is a furious, female infected that wanders blindly through the level crying and wailing. But don't be fooled by her. If she hears you or is lit by your flashlight, she will kill you within an instant with her long, knife-like claws. And then finally, there's the Tank, an enormous beast that hurls cars and rips the very earth from under its feet to throw at you. The Tank is extremely difficult to kill and will require you to work together to bring it down. Another brilliant element to Left 4 Dead was the director. Valve designed the game to read how you played it as you went, adjusting the difficulty, adjusting the waves of enemies, as well as the ammo and health drops, all based on how you were faring in your playthrough. This creates a completely different experience every single time you play the game, and it's not like some of those other games that just shuffles the deck and provides you with a random experience. Left 4 Dead knows the kind of player you are and adjusts accordingly to provide just the right level of challenge. It was way ahead of its time, and it makes the game so engaging. An example of that is perhaps one playthrough you find a stash of ammunition in a closet, but maybe the next time you play, there's going to be a witch in there waiting to eat your face. Left 4 Dead always keeps you on your toes. There's so much more I could tell you about Left 4 Dead, but honestly, the best thing you can do is finish this episode of Sketch Play and then go pick up a copy of the game because it's backwards compatible on the Xbox One. Plus, it has 4K upgrade support if you've got a One X, and it looks fantastic. Left 4 Dead is just as good of a time today as it was when it launched 10 years ago. So good luck, Godspeed, and enjoy Left 4 Dead.
Nice shot, Bill. That was my ass.